All right, Penny Arcade Expo. I've got Alex Armour of Sony. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing great. Thanks, guys.
Excellent. We were looking at iPet. I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not entirely sure what I'm looking at, so I'm just going to let you walk us through it.
All right, fair enough, fair enough. Well, as you see here, you have your first virtual pet for the PlayStation 3, EyePet. What's cool about it is, a couple things. One is that we're taking some new uses of technology here with the PlayStation Eye, as you see set on the PS3 there, and of course this magic card that comes with the game, which handles a lot of the functionality. So in terms of recognition and interactivity with the pet, it's really good. We've got a free play board right now where you can just interact with the pet. He'll generally stay out of harm's way, but you can play games with him. You can have him come running at you, chase after your hand. You can have him jump in the air. You can pet him to mellow him out. So there's a lot of interactivity even right off the bat with this screen. I can go in and access a bunch of little magic games as well through this interactive menu. And these are all very simple games. Again, I think what's cool about iPet is that you've got fun little games that can be enjoyed by family and young children, but you also have the opportunity to teach kids about how to care for a real pet, because you do need to monitor your pets and make sure they're happy, they're being exercised, that they're being fed and washed and so forth. But then you got simple games like Bubble Monkey, where you can just slap the monkey on the head to create bubbles. That's a pretty straightforward game, but again, a lot of simple interaction that I think young kids could really enjoy. You can beyond that, we have games like the trampoline, for example. So this is just a game where you keep the trampoline underneath your iPet as he jumps up and down. So again, for young kids, very fun, very simple, something anybody can jump right into. We also have the opportunity, though, to get into some of our menu functions like the pet care. So this is what I talked about, where you can style up your pet, you can feed, wash them, and monitor their overall health, which you should be doing fairly often just to make sure he is,
Does a lot of that stuff take place in real time? Like if I don't turn the game on for a week and come back, will he be cranky that I haven't been around, or is it?
It's generally, no, not that detailed. It'll kind of pick up where you left off. But if the game is on in that real time, it will, you'll see him get dirtier or get hungry and generally maybe get more lethargic. Whereas if you're taking care of him and keeping all of his functions up to speed, then he'll be much happier. So one way to do that is by using the scan. So I can put the scanner on him and check his functions. So his brain needs a little work. Yeah. Oops. Exercise-wise, he's in pretty good shape. He's hungry.
So I make him strong, brainless, and hungry, and send him out on the attack, right?
You get him amped up. Now you can send a little report off that will come back to you and say, okay, these are the kinds of things you'd want to do to get your pet back on track and make him healthy and happy. So that's one cool thing we can do. Another cool thing is washing and feeding, for example. Again, other functions that you need to keep tabs on. And actually going back for a second to the mini games, so like the magic games or mini games, there's a drawing element where you need to teach your pet how to draw certain things. You can just scribble sketches and he can copy those, and you can train him to draw better. And then you can draw cars or airplanes or other objects that you can turn into a 3D object in the environment to interact with. But all of these things are tied into what we call the Pet Center program. So within that, there'll be 15 days worth of challenges, 4 per day. and you'll be able to start off very basically in terms of learning how to feed your pet, learning how to play with your pet in certain ways, and just interacting with it in a basic way. But then it ramps up pretty quickly from there, where you need to take photos of your pet, making faces, or waking him up, or doing tricks, in terms of throwing food in the air and having him catch it, that sort of thing. So the challenges will ramp up, but not only is it a great tutorial, but it's also something where you're going to be gaining collectibles throughout the game. So right now everything is fairly open and available to the player, but moving forward, it's going to be bits and pieces are available to you as you complete the game.
Okay. Do you need kind of a uniformly colored surface like you guys have here, or does it work on kind of any sort of table?
Well, I mean, this color is kind of ideal, I think, just in terms of contrast. But no, it generally work on any type of surface, as long as there's some good contrast, I think, between your skin and what you're doing, just so it recognizes. But in terms of lighting, it's pretty forgiving. I think if you're avoiding any kind of harsh light sources, you're okay. But even in dim light, it's a pretty forgiving system.
What sort of customizations can you do to the pet? I saw like a jester's outfit. Is there like a lot of different accessories?
There's an area where you can style up your pet and put outfits on him. You can change the color of the pet. You can change the type of fur he has. So you can really make your own unique pet. You can save up to 4 different pets on the hard drive. So you can set him up to give him a unique look, or however you want to make him look. Since there is the one pet that you get with the game that want people to have.
Will multiple pets ever interact with each other, or is it you load up your one pet?
It's just one pet at a time. Yeah.
Do you guys have a kind of projected release window for this one?
It's actually November 17th. We'll be out.
That's more than a window. That's a date.
I will give you a specific date.
Window.
Do you want a time or something?
So you're telling me immediately before Thanksgiving?
Exactly. But we'll find this for the holidays, of course. We will be selling it as a bundle and as a standalone game. So bundle with the camera and then without the camera. So you have an option.
Do you have pricing details on the two?
$59.99 for the bundle, $39.99 for the game and card.
Is there any thought? I mean, I'm sure some of it depends on just the success of this first product, but is EyePet a franchise? I mean, you guys going to be rolling out?
It's too early to say. I mean, the focus, is on this right now. However, I think with the technology, certainly lends itself to hopefully spurring some really cool ideas. I think the team's done a great job with creating something very unique here and engaging and fun for a family. So hopefully people will really respond to that.
It seems like something with maybe the motion controller out there that maybe you could play jump rope with them or do all kinds of other weird stuff.
I mean, there's lots of possibilities.
Plenty of potential.
Plenty of potential,
World's
right.
open. But you're not talking about any of that world right now.
I can't talk about anything on
Fantastic.
on that note, but lots to like. Yeah.
Awesome.
Cool. Well,
Okay.
thanks for your time.
Cool.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, guys. Yeah.